This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to May 2023 Floor Set. This is Katie Wide.
And Danny Vino.
We're back together for this one. All right, we're going to walk you through this floor set. We have a lot to talk about, so we're going to try to make it as quick as possible, but give you as much information as we can. Okay, added a new page in here just to kind of ground you in what the May focus is. It's called the forecast. You're going to see it in the catalog, but here it's kind of broken out as to what the key looks are or the key pieces for May. So just a quick intro to that. New collections for summer, can't believe it, Madagascar Safari, Moroccan Twist, and Rio Escape. Oh, and Blue Lagoon. So Blue Lagoon will become a capsule, and you'll see that later in the document. Okay, so collection names have changed, obviously. We are still keeping neutral at the front, and you will see that, and Danny will talk a little bit more about that when we get to it. The forecast is your entry moment. There is marketing for that, so everyone should have received that.
And the forecast is taking the place of what was the signage that it used to be?
Like the hit list.
The hit list. Like this is like the new term.
Yes, this is the new term for 2023.
Yeah.
The collections goes through all the colors, all the things. And then we have additional capsules, Blue Lagoon, which is your blue and green, and we'll go into a couple of options here for that. Then we still have tennis and athletic as a collection as well, and athleisure.
And all the reminders are the same.
But still read them.
Yeah, very, very important.
Very important right now with all this inventory. Okay, so this is our overview, and just a reminder, at the store we set in, we do one collection across the front of the store. So this collection is all Madagascar Safari with an interruption in the center for your entry moment, which is the forecast.
Which is intentional.
Okay, you'll see here the notes, the forecast is listed out. Something just to keep in mind, it's more key items. It's really important things for the season. If you have to sub out, look down here at what are we calling out here? So for instance, the dress, don't just go by color, go by breezy sundress. That's what we're trying to tell her in this entry. So make sure you're reading these. If you need to sub anything out, try to go off of what the trend and the forecast is, not just, okay, it's a dress and it has these colors in it, let's sub it. So just a reminder there. Some detail shots. Okay, Madagascar Safari, this is your overview shot for wall 1.
Again, the colors here are more neutral. Just lean into the neutral. Sometimes it can get a little hard for us since we've been in a place of print and pattern lately. But lean into the neutrals, because I think if you focus on the neutrals and silhouetting, outfitting, you'll be able to create as closely as possible to this. That jumpsuit just landed and it's awesome. Also, you'll notice throughout the store, we are cross-merchandising a lot. So our bags, scarves, shoes, you'll see them throughout the store. So this is my shout out to everybody now. Let's make sure that throughout the floor set you're placing these things and not leaving them for the last. Because if you leave all your soft accessories and bags for last, it could be slightly overwhelming. So place them as you go. Citizens are up at the front here again.
Yeah, and I would just say, when we go through this collection, you can see there's a lot of solid. That's okay. But there's a lot of really fun details. So for instance, this is a cargo skirt. You're going to see pockets, like this fun details that we want to show. So don't get hung up on that we don't have enough prints. You're going to see prints like this bold print and then some solids. You're going to see some smaller, more delicate prints as well, and texture. This is just a call out, a how-to for bandanas. Bandanas, a really fun new way to tie them. We have 2 different colors. You can put them together if needed in the same bowl. I know a lot of stores don't have space to separate them.
And here's where we were talking about the cross merchandising of the bags and sunglasses and belts, I believe, are in here too somewhere. Yep, on there, on the face out. So just make sure you're paying attention to those details as you're working through each rack.
Yeah, and something, we'll be talking about, and you'll get some more communication about this next week, will be about cross merchandising and UPT drivers. So really, what is she buying with that sundress? What is she buying with those sunglasses? What is she buying with that denim? So how can we cross merchandise throughout the store? And we'll give you some more ideas as we get into next week.
And then this is the left side. So again, if you have one run-on wall for your first shop, this would be the continuation of that wall. And again, more neutral. Again, look at the cross merchandising here. AG's up here.
If you don't have enough AG or don't have AG, then page, I think is what we recommend. One thing that Danny said earlier that I think is a really great call out is when in doubt, pull denim up. So in this shop, when we were setting this, we kind of struggled to find 2 or 3 face outs that really felt good together from an end use perspective, from a storytelling perspective. So we pulled denim up. It really calms the wall down. It gives you a little pop of blue, pop of white. So when in doubt, in whatever collection you're in, that is a really good option.
And here's the floating fixtures. And then on this rack left, on the top left, we have the Scout top in there. But if your store is able to keep all the Scout together, that would be ideal. But if you don't have the space or the capacity for that, feel free to then follow as document.
Yeah, and this is just based on color. Yeah. So, if you can put all Scout together, I agree. I think it's a strong statement. And if you guys are looking at email blasts and social, you can see Scout. We're really telling some fun stories with that and Think Royland right now. So as much as we can, kind of keeping that together. One thing about this, and you'll see this throughout the document, we're trying really hard to look at end use carefully. So this rack right here, your right rack, is a little bit more elevated, and then this rack down here is a little bit more casual. So we'll show you a great example of how to split a rack as well. So we know a lot of times you might have one color story, but you don't have 2 racks. One color story, 2 end uses, 1 rack. So we'll show you how to split that. Okay, this fixture block is really just a singular fixture. If you do not have this fixture, an additional fixture, this product can go filtered within your wall. This is a color story that kind of has that seafoam green and blue in it that feels really, really good and beachy. So if you can keep it together on a rack, we love how it looks.
And again, remember end use with that, with all that beachy stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, denim shop.
Hey, denim. Moroccan twist. Okay, so this shop has a lot of colors in it, and I would say something that is really easy to do is look at all of the color and all the bright color. When you think of Moroccan, think about more of that like desert and camel and your kind of coral, that kind of color story. A little bit more muted is what we are focused on in the wall for the feature.
I think that's important. What Katie just said, what is in the wall is more muted.
And then you'll see your color throughout this shop, but in the wall, we're kind of trying to, and we'll show you as we get here. So the lighter oranges, some of the peaches, like
going into more of the rust on the left.
Yeah. So trying to color block using some of the bridge prints where we can. But again, denim up. We want to see denim in the denim shop. And you'll see here, this is a placeholder in this outrigger for a dark pair of denim. So you're going to see denim, and you're going to see white denim, denim hooked, hung on pant hangers, shorts up, all the things. So we want to make sure that you are seeing denim, and denim is the first thing you see in denim shop. Okay, so these are your wing walls, and this is what I was talking about with, color blocking, keeping your kind of yellows together. This dress is a great bridge with your kind of tan colors and then a little bit of brown in there. And then with this side hang here, trying to silhouette it as much as you can and really breaking out. So you'll see there's a few different shades of orange. This is like your brightest orange. So these would be really great racks if you can pull them out. I would say, if you can not do this in your actual feature wall. It's a great wing wall. It's a great rack. But as the main wall, we would love for that not to be focused.
And these hats, just so you know, that one hat is propped up on a shoe riser. So if you're looking to figure out how to prop up a hat, it's just a shoe riser turned vertically with the hat propped on it.
Good tip. Okay, so you can see this is where it's kind of like that corally color and it's almost like a rusty pink terracotta. Yep, okay. That kind of color really leads well into that more muted wall that we're featuring. So you can see that's around our main table here. Doing some fun things with Evereve denim.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I've installed this in a couple stores. It looks so good. Make sure you're paying attention to the details with like the cuffing of the trousers. I own those jeans and I do roll them up, and it's literally like the coolest jean. I feel so cool in them. So make sure you're paying attention to those details and installing them in your floor set the same way. So again, like just the top pocket of the short should be opened, not all of them, just the top one. And then the same thing with the trouser. Just the top one is folded down, or folded up, I should say.
Yeah. Okay, with the racks here, kind of both dressy-ish, more elevated, but with that more terracotta rosy color. Okay, fixture block 2. So this pant is either not coming in or it's being RA'd. So that actually, we like that lots better with this rack here. So you can tell here, this is kind of where we're using a few of those bridge prints to really bring in, it's like a very saturated orangey red
It's like
color.
really bright.
Yes.
Yeah.
With your yellow. So like this top right here really brings all of that together. This is one of those racks that does have casual and dressy on it, and it is based truly on product, color, and space. So if you can actually do dressy versus casual, that is what we recommend.
And also on those face outs on the left there, we are creating an outfit. So that tank blouse with the skirt on the left, like make sure you're paying attention to the detail of what is facing out in your denim shop, because we still want it to feel like a denim shop on your racks.
Yeah, and you'll see this too. The tank with the denim behind it is an outfit as well. And you'll see that color block tee is behind that skirt, which is a catalog look. So you're kind of creating outfits.
Oh my gosh, which just landed and it's so great.
Yeah, kind of creating outfits, what would you say, like horizontally
Oh
and
yeah,
vertically?
vertically.
Sort of. That's a little bit of a stretch. But okay, Blue Lagoon. Okay, so this is our capsule. So pulling out green and blue, this is helping calm the story, you guys. We've got a lot of those really warm tones. We've got pinks and reds and oranges and yellows. And so kind of pulling out the blue and the green and the cooler tones is helping to calm those collections down. So that is the goal here. And you will see that we are doing the best we can here to separate between dressy and casual. Within this, there is blue and green mixed together. Something that we found as we were opening some new stores was that if you are able to do blue together and then green together, do that. That would be ideal. In this store, we didn't have enough racks or space to do that. So we did casual blue with casual green together. But if you can do a rack that is blue,
so they would be separate. So it would be like green on some racks and blue on some racks.
Right.
Yes. Okay.
Dressy, casual, or dressy on one half, jean, then casual, if you can. And it does look a lot cleaner if you do have the space. This fixture block, so fixture block 2, there's 2 fixture blocks in Blue Lagoon. We have this top here that actually is a bridge between the blue and green, and that makes it feel and make more sense. If you don't have that, it may be a little bit more tricky to blend your blue and green together. And this is the other fixture, more of a dress moment on one side. And then shoes here, we'll show you some bigger shoe moments, but just kind of keeping with that Roy G. Biv, with the color shoes towards the bottom, more neutrals, and then keeping the style of shoes together as much as you can. So some of the slides, you've got more of your heels, a little bit more dressy. So kind of thinking about both those things as you're building. Okay, Rio Escape. In all honesty, this is the most difficult shop. So we will just call that out right now. I think it is really important that as you're doing this shop, before you set anything, pull colors together. And when I say colors, this is almost all pink and purple, but shades of pink. So it can get really choppy really quickly. But you'll see, and I'm just going to go through this. So you've got this really kind of purpley plum. You've got a lighter purple lavender. You've got a lighter pink. You've got a more bubblegum pink. You've got just a hint more of a purple pink here on and around the table. And then you have more of like your cherry red-ish pink. So if you can pull, racks together by shade, and then separate out by end use before you set this shop, or as you're setting this shop, it's going to be a lot easier. And then this dress, or a bridge print to kind of pull it all together. So this is that Farm Rio dress that's coming in. There's a velvet dress that also has a bunch of colors in it that is a really pretty bridge print as well. Around the table, we have shorts, kind of a little bit more cross merchandising with some bags and shoes here, folding down a tank. I think here, instead of doing a printed top on the table, really trying to calm it with some solids. So that was one of the conversations for that. Around the table, or a fixture block together, we pulled in the items that have that yellow in it. So that actually was strategic in pulling together some of these pieces that have the pink and yellow together and keeping those on racks instead of doing pink and yellow all in the wall. It felt really wild. So trying to keep the wall a little bit more calm, and these racks, it's easier to kind of flow the yellow into it.
And that rack, the behind the table rack, is a good example of getting like colors together. Like this skirt is like no other pink that we have. So when you pair it with these other two pieces, that's very similar pink. So that's where we're talking about getting really like colors together and then build from there.
Okay, this is fixture block 2. This is actually, you can see that we blocked fixtures a little bit differently in this floor set. So we turned the table. We needed a little more space. So we brought an etagere into this shop. We needed this for a little tiny dress moment. So getting some of our more dressy dresses together. This is a great example of one color, like this shade of kind of tomatoey reddish pink color, but only having one rack. So you can see that it's our dress moment in the etagere, and then you have a little bit more of your dressy product broken with a jean, and then your sweatshirts. So we do have dressy and casual on the same rack, but our outfitting still makes sense. And we are doing one half of the rack, or one part of the rack casual and one part more elevated. So it's a really good example. Our tennis athleisure athletic little capsule, placing it near the Farm Rio, nope, not Farm Rio, the Rio Escape collection, just based on color. And then athleisure. So athleisure can be Vuori, Varley, and or Sweaty Betty. Just remembering that some of our Varley is fashion product. So something to call out. You're going to see some Varley pieces that are more fashion forward, that are within the other collections in the store. They're not all in your athleisure moment, and that's strategic. We want her to wear that, multiple places. It's not just an
with denim shorts, with jeans, with an alternative pant.
Yep.
Don't pigeonhole it into a athleisure.
Yep. Racks. Okay. Denim table example. So love this. Super fun example of if you have your denim bar instead of denim tables. This top is a sub. It actually looks really pretty, but when you do get the sweatshirt in, we love this sweatshirt on the table. So sub that out. Denim feature and a cubic wall. So an example of kind of getting denim up in your sight line if you don't have a feature wall.
Like we said, when in doubt, put denim up.
Whoop. And then denim feature in a wood wall. So Danny said she just installed this in a store today, and it looks really great.
And it takes up, you get so many more SKUs in the wall
Mhm.
by doing this. So it freed up so much space on
Yeah.
my racks and table. So
And
I
it's
think it'll work really well for those of you that have a wood wall.
It's really fun to see the shorts and just the variety that we have.
Yeah.
Shoe presentation, table, wall. These are new examples, but you can see here on the right, you can see the color pop shoes towards the bottom, and really trying to Roy G. Biv that, keeping kind of like styles together. So you're seeing some of your more dressy styles together, and then keeping slides on the table when and where you can. And then just some accessory examples. All right, that's it. Thank you guys. Have an awesome May and good luck. We're excited to see photos.
How it goes.
Bye, guys.